Hey guys, Joe back again for another character profile. This time we're going to be taking a look at the RAIDER from EDF2 Pocket version. And for those of you who don't know, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the Pocket version they're referring to was the PSP. The PSP game actually got a version of EDF2, and I believe this character is from that Pocket version. Now, taking a look at his abilities. His first ability is his dodge roll. Not ashamed to say I copied this side roll move from the Rangers. I use it to roll myself away from any attack. So he's got your typical roll move that we've seen before with other characters. But his SP attack is a Combat Bomber Plan Z. This requests a powerful bombardment attack. The bombs need time to land, so only an advanced tactician can use it. So yes, as you can see here, he does have a airstrike attack, but it does take time to come in, and it has its pluses and its minuses. So we'll take a look at that here in just a minute. I always thought humans would destroy themselves. Who would have guessed our demise would be brought on by aliens? Is this how we are destined to end, or does fate have more in store for us? Or maybe our future is up to us. Alright guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the RAIDER EDF2 Pocket version. Okay, now, go ahead and get the basics out of the way. Once again, there is no L3 ability for this character. No running, no dashing. L2 is a roll maneuver. It will not roll forward like we've seen with the koala, but he does roll left and right and back and sides and all that other good stuff, but he will not roll forward. He'll jump if you go to aim forward. So there's that. Now here is his SP attack. It's a Combat Bomber Plan Z. Now you go ahead and you fire it, and it does have an arc to it, so it doesn't shoot straight ahead, it will drop. But you have to wait a moment, and then the airstrike will come in. And as you'll see here, it's a pretty nice airstrike, but it does not lock on or anything like that. And as you can see, it does do a good job. It does hit quite a few targets. But let me phrase it, not quite a few targets. It does cover a good bit of area, but it can miss quite easily as well. Now, the other downside to this weapon is that if you fire it, and you happen to inadvertently fire it, like say it was full right now and I fired it, and it landed inside that building, well, you'll get a message from your bomber team that'll say, cannot deploy airstrike there, and then your airstrike's gone. Your SP attack is gone. You do not get a chance to reuse it. You now have to fill it back up again, so there is that downside. He is a good character. He does have a nice movement speed. However, he does not have really a good ability other than being able to roll out of the way. And his Combat Bomber Plan Z attack does leave a bit to be desired, because it's kind of hit and miss, honestly. And no pun intended, but there are so many other attacks that are much better than his SP attack that it's hard for me to recommend him to any team, just due to the fact that his attack can be so imprecise. But that is an airstrike by all definitions. So if you like just traditional, typical airstrikes, then you'll probably like the RAIDER. However, I truly believe they're much better characters than RAIDER. And don't worry guys, I'm not picking out all the negative characters first. I'm just picking out at random what comes to mind. And he came to mind this time, and I just have to say, he's not as terrible as like the Koala Brother, but he's also not as good as the other RAIDER characters. Like, the Rule of God's more effective than this SP attack. And not to mention, all he has is a roll for his ability. But anyway, you know what? I've been talking enough. I'm going to show it to you again. Here we go. Fire. Combat Bomber Plan Z. As you can see, it does not stick. It hit that spider and then bounced off of him. And as you can see from the little mini-map, it does cover a nice walk of ground. So if you do line it up right, it can do a good chunk of damage. But it also, like I said, is very imprecise, and the enemies can move out of the way of it easily. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've enjoyed this character overview. And I promise guys, I'm going to be showing you some characters that I like a lot. Alright, as always guys, take care. God bless, and keep on gaming.